The following story took place in Norway in 2015. If the wording seems a bit off, it's because the story has been translated. I was called into work for a night shift on Saturday at the gas station that I used to work at. I am 19 years old and a guy. I'm pretty short, like 5'6", but I weigh around 190 pounds. Because my lifestyle almost only aims for both powerlifting and bodybuilding, depending on which time of year it is, I got really mad that I got that shift because I needed a good night's sleep, but whatever. I needed money anyways. I shaved my head clean like I always do every second day while keeping my full beard and packed 3 decent meals for the shift. I went to work at 11 p.m. and the shift was going to last until 8 a.m. whilst being alone until 6 a.m. I don't mind working alone. Some people get paranoid and everything, but I myself have that kind of facial features and build that most people would not bother to mess with. Even though I'm a very, very nice person, I don't really look like I am. I had some customers while working, of course. A lot of drunk people since it's a Saturday and I'm in Norway. People tend to grab a burger or a hot dog at the gas station before heading home. Others are just there to fill up on gas. But later at around 4 a.m. when it started to get more and more quiet, I saw a stressed out woman a few steps away from the door outside. I couldn't exactly tell what she looked like from behind the cashier desk, but I could tell that she was stressed out, standing with her arms crossed together while turning her head to the side and turning around every now and again. I was considering to go up and ask if she needed any help, but I brushed it off and I was thinking she was probably just waiting for someone. But then she looked inside and began to walk towards the entrance. She came inside, breathing in between normal and heavy, and she sat down. I greeted her with a smile, and I can tell immediately that she was a drug abuser and that she was really stressed out. She was dressed with normal-looking clothes and looked like she was in her 20s. She kindly responded with,
"Hey,"
with an obvious fake smile where you could tell that the person is sad behind the mask they are putting on. She then came to the desk asking if she could borrow my phone to call her boyfriend. She said that there were people following her and that they wanted to hurt her or wanted her dead. The following conversation goes on like this. "Are they looking for you right now?"
"Yes, please let me borrow your phone."
"Sure thing, but wouldn't it be easier if I called the cops for you?"
"No, please. All I need is to borrow your phone for a quick call."
Long story short, I told her to go sit down at a specific corner of the station where there was no glass walls so that people wouldn't be able to see her. She called her boyfriend 2 or 3 times, but nobody responded. She kindly asked me if she could go log into Facebook with my phone to see if maybe she could contact him there. I was kind of unsure about this, but I am by natural reasons a very humble guy. Maybe a little bit too much. Another thing was that I was standing right behind her, so there was no unacceptable thing she could do without me seeing it. So I said, "Alright, you can log into your Facebook." I told her to use the Google Chrome app to go on Facebook and not use the Facebook app itself. I hate spending time logging in and out of my account on my phone. Call me a lazy bastard, but whatever. She logged in and long story short, no response on there either. She thanked me a lot for the help and she was about to walk out. I asked her if she was sure about me calling the cops or not, but she was 100% positive about me not doing it, which was weird, I thought. Okay, well, be safe, I told her. Later on into my shift, I turned my phone on only to find out that she forgot to log out from her Facebook on the Google Chrome app. Out of curiosity, I checked the messages, which I believe every other person would probably consider doing. The most recent conversation was obviously her boyfriend, I thought, but there was nothing about "come pick me up" or even the slightest thing that made me believe this was her boyfriend. I checked the others below. Every fucking conversation I checked, which was about 6 or 7 of them, was either about drugs or money. Meth, coke, heroin, codeine, you name it. As humble as I am, I just felt bad for her and I logged out without judging. 2 days later, I'm at the gym doing some deadlifts when I get a call from a number that is not registered in my contacts. I picked up. "Hello, Alan speaking." "Hello, who are you?" "Who am I? You called me and I've already said my name. Who are you?"
"You called me 2 days ago in the middle of the night."
"No, I didn't." And then I remembered about the girl calling her boyfriend at the gas station 2 days ago. "Oh wait, I remember. I don't know her name, but I assume you have a girlfriend?" Then I went on to explain the situation. You may think, how the hell did I not know her name when I had her Facebook logged in on my Chrome app, but I simply did not bother to remember it. He then responded that he didn't have a girlfriend. Surprisingly, this didn't shock me at all. I could tell that she was full of shit when I saw the messages with my own eyes, but I pretended like this was something that came off as a surprise to me.
Oh, really? Well, that's what she told me, and I tried to help her out after that, which I've already explained to you.
What do you know?
What do you mean?
What do you know? Has she told you anything? If so, I need to know right now.
I was really starting to get pissed off. First of all, I was being mixed into some bullshit for no reason. Second, getting interrupted during my workouts makes me want to rip someone's head off.
She hasn't told me anything, and I'm really busy at the moment. Please don't call me again, because none of this is actually my business.
It is your business. You helped her, you piece of shit.
Before I hung up, I told him to go fuck off, otherwise I would take this case to a level that he would regret. I mean, obviously I would never kill him or anything. I just tried to come up with some dumb shit to scare him. I got a bit frustrated too. Why the actual fuck would that girl call a psycho who obviously doesn't like her? It was clear that he was mad because he somehow thought I helped her, which I still don't understand what he meant by that. So on to the rest of the story. My neighborhood is quiet and my town is small, so it's not hard for anybody to find anyone. It's as simple as pasting someone's phone number in a specific website and their address will most likely show up. And eventually I happened to get a little visit. As I said, the neighborhood is very quiet after midnight. And while being in bed watching some bodybuilding videos for entertainment, I started to hear someone driving towards my area. Well, that's not normal at this time, but it happens. Eventually, I heard a car parked right outside my property behind my garden, which goes a little bit uphill, filled with stones and flowers, so I couldn't see the car from that point on, but I heard someone opening the door and locking it. What the fuck was going on? I quickly grabbed my tank top and shorts. After that, I would just be silent, trying to listen for every sound that I could get. I opened my window quietly just to be able to hear a little bit more. I could hear the man walk up the little uphill part of my garden, which made some sound because of the stones. I won't lie, I was scared as hell. I couldn't see him either because everything behind my garden is blocked from my point of view by tall cements for the garbage. The garden uphill leads to the balcony where a big glass wall is, and that's where my little sister's room is. I went to the exit of my door and quietly walked out. I walked to the cement stairs at the side of my property, which leads me to the exact same spot as him. I could hear footsteps and I quietly walked up the cement stairs. Then I caught a glimpse of the guy. Probably the guy I was speaking with on the phone. Keep in mind, I still don't know what the hell he wants from me and why the fuck that junkie woman called him in the first place at the gas station. I know nothing. My adrenaline was high but got almost to its peak when he was right outside my little sister's glass wall. I was scared but also really pissed off. No way is he going in there or even trying at all. At the top of the cement stairs, I walked quick but silent until I saw that he could hear someone walk behind him just a few feet away. Then I ran as fast as I could and pushed him with all my anger, leading him to get smashed into the wall beside my sister's glass wall before I proceeded to get over him and hold my palm over the side of his face, pushing it down while asking what the fuck he wants. My little sister woke up screaming, which also woke my mother up. She ran out and asked what the hell was going on. Why my dad isn't home is another story. But anyways, my family's facial expression was filled with fear and I told my mom to call the cops. The man said nothing, just laying there still with his left hand wrapped around my right wrist because of the pressure I was holding his face down with while my left hand was holding him down between his biceps and shoulders. He was literally resting for a few seconds before starting to resist like a horse again, but he ran out of energy fast. I would ease my palm off his face so that he could get his hand up a little bit only to smash it down again with anger. Both he and I were breathing heavily. I stopped asking questions and my mother was on the phone with the police, always reacting with fear every time the man started to resist again, but I told her it was under control. It didn't take long before the cops showed up and they arrested the guy. I told them the whole story about both the girl and the guy. They were both just regular fucking drug addicts, and both of them had been in prison previously for it. I was scared as shit and I still don't know to this day why I had to be involved in this. Maybe he was just a paranoid psycho. My lesson to you, never let some creepy stranger borrow your personal phone for situations like this. If it sounds dangerous, simply call the police to help them. And if they don't want you to, then just leave it. If you're at work like I was, use the work phone. This story takes place about 9 months ago or so, and it still works me up to this day. I worked at GameStop for about 4 years and in multiple places, some sketchier than others. I'm a key holder there, and I often close the store, so I normally get out around 10 p.m. The last 2 years, I've been at a rather nice GameStop in a better area, so I had discarded my habits that I had accumulated over the years for my own safety. I'm about 5'3" and pretty small. I'm aware that I'm a target for, well, nothing good. Anyway, it was about 10 p.m. and I had just closed with another employee. I don't have a car, so I had to wait for my ride, which was nothing out of the ordinary. She was running a little bit more late than usual. Whoever I close with always offers to wait with me until my ride shows up, but I always assure them that they can leave and that it's fine. The GameStop I work at is in a decent-sized strip mall plaza with many other stores, including a Walmart that's a little more than half a fourth mile up the parking lots. Most of the stores close a little sooner than us, so we're typically the last ones out anyway. The associate I closed with walked across the lot, got into his car, waited about 5 minutes, and then left and waved his way by me. As he did, I noticed another car further back in the lot. It was the only car left, and I just assumed it was someone else getting out a little late from their job. My eyes follow the associate's car all the way to the end of the plaza until he's gone. I check my phone and my batteries are low, but I can see that it's about 10:10. I was sure my ride would be here any minute. That's when I saw the other car start to move. They must have been sitting there because no one had walked up to the car since I had left my store. They didn't turn their headlights on, which was odd to me, and started the gut-wrenching feeling that was a little weird and that I should leave. But for whatever reason, I stayed. The car drives around a lot and then slows down near me. At this point, I have my phone out just in case, and I have my messenger bag on my shoulder in case I need to ditch it fast. He pulls up about 15 feet from me, just outside the first handicap spot. The car stops and it's still running. It's an old, gross, beat-up two-door car with rust all over it. The door opens and no headlights come on. Out steps a very large man that was most likely about 6'2". He had brown, messy hair, and he was brolic but still lanky. His clothes were stained with sweat or grease, and he looked very unwelcoming. He had casually gotten out of the car, but then he turns around and clicks his fucking front seat upwards, and immediately with the door open, starts walking fast towards me. I hadn't even realized it, but I was already on my feet, backing away from him. He kept eye contact and made a gesture to come back. Basically, from there, I turned around and booked it to the Walmart parking lot. The sketchy guy got into his car and pulled around and started driving towards me. I don't know him. The store has been closed for over an hour. It's dark and the lot is empty. There is no reason to be approached like this. He still had his headlights off, which absolutely terrifies me because I can hear him, but it's still very dark and my heart is pounding in my ears. I can't tell if he's right behind me or if he's leaving. I peek back and he's still slowly driving towards me. At this point, I'm certain I'm about to be shoved into a car and sold into human trafficking or some other shit, and I'm in absolute panic, but all I can do is run. The Walmart was still very far away, and I was sure he would probably try to actually make an effort to get me into the car by then. I felt like he drove slowly behind me to tease me and scare me. But then I saw a big truck in the very back of the Walmart parking lot with about 5 people around it. There was another car and their hoods were up. Someone was jump-starting a car. I hauled ass to the left in their direction since they were closer. And as soon as I felt like I was within earshot, I started screaming for them to help me that there was a car chasing me. The group looked shocked, and for all I know, they could have been sketchy too. But I had to take that chance. A man and a woman ran towards me and I met up with them. I was pretty nervous, winded, and shaken up. I could hardly talk, but I looked back and saw the taillights of the car driving away. I walked towards the rest of the group, which was just a few people attempting to jump another car. I told them that the big guy was following me and that I felt very unsafe. They offered to call the cops, but I wasn't even able to see his plates, and I really just wanted to be home at the time. The 2 women of the group and 1 man were kind enough to walk me into the Walmart and even waited with me until my ride arrived. I thanked them and went home. After what happened, I requested to open for about a week so I wouldn't be at the store after dark. The next day, I told my boss the time that it happened, and we both watched the DVR in the back. It was incredibly uncomfortable to watch, but we forwarded it to the local police. The police didn't end up finding much, but they now keep a squad car patrolling the plaza from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. I don't take chances anymore. I wait inside the store until my ride calls me and I can see them. The whole thing really bothers me. I always felt like that type of thing only happened in the city or in unsafe places, but not to me. Not here. I haven't discussed it much since, but it still bothers me. You're really never safe.